Your teen ever go above and beyond in their assignments or homework tasks? Perhaps adding an extra case study in a research project, using some amazing home-crafted props to add some pizzazz to a presentation, or simply making a beautiful front cover for a project, laminated, of course. Well, what was the payoff and result? Was it worth it? Did it get recognized? Because there are times and places for this sort of extra effort. Sometimes it can pay off, sometimes it won't. So how do you know which situation is which? Well, as a general rule, in tests and exams, this is not the time to do this sort of thing. Every question has been given a clear and strict mark scheme as it has been written, and every mark will have already been accounted for in the specific directions and wording in every question. But in extended tasks, assignments, projects, and coursework, there is a little more room for flexibility and the possibility maybe of some added extras or special effort, gaining credit, extra marks, or at least some form of informal recognition like positive comments from and making a great impression on the teacher who's marking it. Now, when it comes to these sorts of extended or open-ended tasks, the lower the year group, the more these sorts of extra efforts will be rewarded. It's certainly the case that a great first impression can put the teacher or marker in a more generous frame of mind. Even with a marking rubric, teachers are of course still human beings, and of course they want to nurture and encourage that effort and work ethic by having it pay off for your teen. Plus, more officially, some of these ideas and added extras will actually count towards success criteria. For example, props in a presentation could maybe count towards the delivery of the presentation being engaging and original and well suited to the audience. Additional independent research could mean that the level of detail or breadth of research is regarded as a higher quality. However, as your teen moves up through the year groups and into those senior years, things get more formal with those mark schemes, and these added extras that are not on the task sheet or marking criteria just won't make up for a lack of depth in analysis or a sophisticated evaluation perhaps. Teachers as well as the examiners are looking for academic performance in years 11 and 12 and really in year 10 as well. All assessments in the senior years are going to have been matched with the exam board or curriculum criteria, and all submissions and marking needs to stand up to being scrutinized by outside moderators. So there really is no opportunity for teachers to give any extra discretionary marks or credit anywhere. Now, as you'll know, if you've followed me for a while now, I am all about sticking to and getting familiar with the mark scheme and those success criteria. But if your teen really is keen to go over and above in a task, then I'd say that in years 7 to 9, as long as it's staying within the realms of the task and not just going off on a total tangent and doesn't involve them spending hours of extra time or effort, then yeah, go for it. It could make a good impression on the teacher, which can have positive knock-on and long-term effects. But it can also produce a better mark or grade if it's related to the criteria in some way. And of course, will give your teen that confidence boost from the positive comments and hopefully some teacher recognition. However, in year 10 onwards, I'd hold back on any of those added extras that are not mentioned in the instructions or criteria, and instead put that time and effort into making the elements specifically required as deep and detailed as possible. They need to spend their time and that brain power extending perhaps their explanations. Or maybe could they make a clearer link to their background research to enhance their analysis? Can they craft a more sophisticated or engaging opening to a creative task? These are the sorts of improvements that are going to move them up through the grade descriptors and will of course still make a great impression on the teacher or exam marker. I'm Katie Price, Grade Transformation Expert, and if you've got a topic that you'd like me to cover in a future video, I'd love to hear from you. You can email me at katie.price@rocksolidstudy.com.au, and don't forget to scroll down, leave me a comment below this video. Let me know your thoughts and comments and opinions on this video. Give it a like or a share, and until next week, let's make this a fantastic week.